Now let's explore how the actions function. The orange and black buttons are dummy buttons. They serve as reset buttons in case an action doesn't fully run. For example, if I run the trim artwork action and cancel it, the action turns red, indicating it didn't fully run. To reset it, click on any of the black or orange buttons. I'll click on this black button here. The red color has disappeared, indicating the actions are ready to run again. So whenever an action doesn't complete, it will turn red. So to reset the action, simply click on any of the black or orange buttons. Now let's explore how to use each action. I'll demonstrate on Windows, but the process is the same on Mac. The first set of actions helps to prepare artwork for print. The first action, rename layer to artwork, as the name suggests, renames a layer to artwork. Select the layer that contains the artwork in the layers panel and run this action to rename it. You can also use this action to convert a background layer to a normal layer. Always run the actions on a normal layer and not on a background layer. The trim artwork action trims the extra space around the artwork. Set the base down value to transparent pixels and hit OK. The set print size and resolution action opens the image size dialog box. Set the print size and resolution as required. Set the resample value to automatic and hit OK. Once the print size is set, we can increase the canvas size slightly to create some empty space around the artwork. We can use this action, increase canvas size, to do that. You can adjust the width and the height value here. By default, the canvas is set to increase by 0.5 centimeters on all the sides. I'll hit OK with the default value. The next set of actions enhances the artwork for print. The first action opens the vibrance adjustment, adjust as required, hit OK. The next action opens the smart sharpen adjustment, adjust as required and hit OK. The adjust levels action opens the levels adjustment, adjust as required and hit OK. You can do all these steps manually, but they are included in the actions in the order they should be done. Just make sure to select the layer in the layers panel and then run these actions. The apply desaturate action converts the layer to black and white. The move from channel to layer action allows us to move a channel to a layer. This action should not be used on original RGB or CMYK channels. For example, if we want to move the green channel to a layer, we should duplicate it first and then run the move from channel to layer action. Give it a name and hit OK. This action, move from channel to layer, should not be used on layers. It should only be used on spot or alpha channels. The next set of actions are layer to channel conversion actions. We can use these to move a layer to a channel. Make sure to use the action according to your document's color mode. Our document is in RGB mode, so we should use the move from layer to channel RGB mode action. There is no need to duplicate the layer. Just make sure to select it in the layers panel and then run the action. If we run this action without the layer selected in the layers panel, we will encounter an error. So first reset the actions by clicking on any of the orange or black buttons. Select the layer in the layers panel and then run the move from layer to channel action. We will get a new spot color channel from the layer we run the action on. If the document is in CMYK mode, use the CMYK mode action. If it's in Grayscale mode, use the Grayscale mode action to move a layer to a channel in those color mode documents. The create t-shirt color channel action creates a new solid spot channel. You can change its color to the color you want. The create t-shirt color layer action creates a solid fill layer. You can change its color to the color you want. The next set of actions are the color fill actions. The fill with 100% white action fills a layer or selection with 100% white. I'll make a selection of this layer by control clicking on it. Command click on Mac. We got a selection of the layer. Now I'll run this action, fill with white 100%. If we check its K value, it's 0%, meaning it's 100% white. The fill with 100% black action fills a layer or a selection with 100% black. If we check its K value, it's 100%. I'll change the foreground and the background colors to some other colors other than black and white. The fill with foreground color action fills a layer or a selection with the foreground color. The fill with background color action fills a layer or a selection with the background color. The next set of actions are the channel layer adjustments essential actions. The first action, apply levels, opens the levels adjustment. I'll select this green copy channel and then run this action, apply levels. Adjust it as required and hit OK. You need to have an active selection first to use these 4 actions. I'll select the RGB channel. I'll control or command click on the thumbnail of the artwork layer to make a selection. The expand pixels action expands the selection. Set the number of pixels you want to expand the selection by and hit OK. Similarly, if you want to contract a selection, run the contract pixels action. Set the number of pixels you want to contract a selection by and hit OK. If you want to invert a selection, run the select inverse action. Finally, if you want to deselect the current selection, click on the deselect selection action. Now let's look at the separation preview actions. If you want to compare the original artwork with the color separations, with the original artwork and the separations in separate documents, run the create new side-by-side comparison action. In the first document, make the original layer and the t-shirt color layer visible, make the RGB channels visible. And in the second document, hide the original artwork layer and the RGB channels. Make only the spot color channels visible. To color separate artwork like this easily, check the Master Seps Pro version, which has the color separation action suitable for simulated CMYK, Grayscale and spot color jobs. If you have the documents docked and want to check the separation preview with the original artwork, run the create side-by-side comparison from open documents action. Then hide and unhide layers and channels as needed. Note, if you have more than 2 documents opened, all of them will be stacked side by side. Finally, if you want to make the halftone dots look merged to get a good halftone preview, you can use the apply Gaussian blur action to quickly apply Gaussian blur. Set radius as needed and hit OK. Now the dots look like merged and give a good separation preview. We will see more about using these actions in future videos where you will understand when exactly these actions help to do steps quickly and easily.